So buyer demand is plummeting and more houses are coming to the market, at least here in Las Vegas. So what should you guys be doing if you're thinking of buying a home right now? Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Adam Kahn and I'm the Rational Investor. I hope you're doing well. Today is Sunday, September, I think it's the 23rd. It might be the 24th actually. Forgive me, I forgot to double check. So, what do I see going on and what can I share with you? Now, you guys have to make your own decisions, do your own research, and everything else. But this time of year is typically slow. So, I'm not real surprised to see what I see going on. People have gotten back into school, the holidays are coming up. They're really not focused on the housing market, they're not paying attention. It's very typical, and this is the cycle that we get into, that after the summer, you see an uptick in houses coming to the market and you see a slowdown in buyer demand because people are distracted with other things. You've got all the winter holidays, you've got Halloween, you've got Thanksgiving. You're just busy, and most people don't move this time of year. The tendency is after the school year ends, come April, May, maybe even June, then people look to move to get into a new home before the school year starts. So it's very typical that things slow down. Now, that with the high interest rates, a little bit of an uptick in inventory, and you're seeing prices beginning to come down a bit, which again isn't atypical and isn't anything I'd be surprised about. I'd hope to see them drop maybe another 5%, but I wouldn't get too far ahead of yourselves because by December, January, maybe February at latest, I think you'll be surprised that the people that got nervous and were the what I'd call panic sellers for this time of year when it gets a little bit slower, they'll be done and they'll be out of the market. And all of a sudden, you'll see the prices start to go back up again. And like I've said, it won't really make sense. People scratch their head and say, geez, they're so expensive. I don't understand it. But you're going to have a short term bit of a rush of panic, and then the buyers are going to swoop in and pick up whatever seemed like a good deal. And once those are done, I don't see a whole bunch of sellers coming behind it. You don't have a ton of nervousness out there. People have low interest rates. They're more likely to take their house off the market if they're not getting the price they want. For those who aren't panicked, and I don't think there's a huge pile of panicked sellers out there, and the home builders didn't build a ton. Now you have the gloom and doomers who talk about Airbnb and talk about all these other things that they see that's going to bring this large amount of inventory to the market. The problem I see with a lot of that is you still have a lot of buyer demand at whatever level it's at, and then you have the big Black Rocks and Vanguards and everybody else who's like that getting into this space, buying up areas, and doing what I'd call a little bit of rent control. If they can take a whole community of homes and price it at whatever price they need to be at to get the rent they want, well, I'm sure they've done their analytics of how many homes they need to get rented out at those prices, and that's just their business model. I saw a few articles where by 2030 they're expected to own something like 60% of the residential market. That's huge. And while unfortunately that might be an uptick in homelessness and it's going to push rent prices higher as well, and it kind of sucks on some levels, I think that's the reality of the world we're in right now. I think if you want to own a home, I hate to say it this way, and again, you guys need to do your own analysis. Don't listen to me. I make my own decisions for what I think. You need to make your own decisions for what you think. But I think you want to be in there before those companies take them and you're left with nothing. To be fair, things have slowed a bit. It looks a little bit scary, but that's why I think this is the right time. I think before the end of the year, while there's a little bit of nervousness and people start thinking, oh, the market's going to collapse, might be when you get a little bit better of a price than you will by next February. I know the rates are high. I know the prices are high. I would make sure to not bite off more than you can chew. And I would say that with anything. Don't take on a ton of debt right now because you have to stay within your budget. Anyway, I'm going to keep this one a little bit short. I did a longer one yesterday. Have a great day. Do me a favor. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, say hello. Tell me what I'm wrong about, where you see some differences of opinion, why the market's going to collapse. Happy, like, if you convince me, that's great. Have a good day.